Yo, chat, we got nobody wants Ben Simmons. As y'all know, my team, the Atlanta Hawks, ended this dude Ben Simmons' career, chat.
But I had an epiphany Saturday morning. Hey, LeBron, Ben Simmons is here. We're all good.
Among the teams considering Ben Simmons in a buyout.
Thing with Ben Simmons is you had a perfect storm of
And the thing is, like, Ben Simmons isn't like a bad player. He just can't shoot the ball, bro. He just like it's just a liability nowadays, gang.
A, legitimate injury, and then B, a weird organizational decision to abandon him in the most vulnerable moment.
I personally knew that this day was going to come eventually. I mean, from the very moment that Ben Simmons went down on the path that he went down on, following the 2021 NBA playoffs, and subsequently failing with the Brooklyn Nets, it seemed like the writing was on the wall for Ben Simmons. And Kobe Bryant himself warned Ben Simmons.
This question, how far can Ben Simmons go?
Well, he's got to get a jump shot. Listen, it's like, it sounds humorous and all that, but I'm dead serious.
Bro, Kobe wasn't serious talking about he needs a dead serious jump shot. I mean, look at him now. He's right, bro. It's Ben Simmons without a jump shot is a water boy nowadays, bro. He's not even a water boy. He's not even getting no PT, bro. He's in Cancun living his best life, bro. Living my best life. Ain't going back and forth. Okay.
You can't, like, because if not, he'll regret it. When his career is over.
So before we get to the content, we're giving away a jersey of your choice to a subscriber that turns on our notifications on this channel. We're also doing the same thing for any Instagram followers that have our notifications on. Just comment on this video or on one of my Instagram posts what jersey you want, and I'm going to be picking winners each and every week. Now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro.
Let me know what y'all think, chat.
Partnership with FanTube. What's going on, everybody? Ben Simmons is one of the most covered topics on my YouTube channel, and I unfortunately lie to my subscribers consistently when I say this is going to be the last Ben Simmons video. But this video was a long time coming, and I really felt like I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't cover this. So for those of you guys who are just following basketball for the first time, Ben Simmons was supposed to be the next coming of LeBron James. I mean, back in 2000.
There's no way he was supposed to be the upcoming LeBron James. Gotta be cap. I mean, I kind of believe it because he's like a point guard that can do everything except for shoot.
15, he was.
But LeBron can shoot though.
The #1 high school prospect in America. Every blue blood program.
The #1 high school product. What?
Wanted him. Kentucky. The number was supposed to be the next coming of LeBron James. I mean, back in 2015, he was the #1 high school prospect in America. Every blue.
He was the #1 high school pro. That's crazy. I did not know that, bro.
Blue blood program wanted him. Kentucky, Duke, Kansas, you name it. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of joining a powerhouse, Ben Simmons shocked everyone by choosing LSU. Why? Because his godfather, David Patrick, was an assistant coach there. That's about it. That's the reason. LSU immediately started hyping up Ben Simmons, launching a wild marketing campaign.
Bro, have y'all heard any LSU Tiger basketball players that are actually in the NBA? I haven't really heard of LSU. The only LSU is football game.
Saying the 25 is coming and using his jersey number to sell season tickets. The hype was unreal, and to be honest, I can't really blame them because Ben Simmons was easily the best prospect that LSU ever had since Shaq was in LSU. And
Shaq went to LSU. I did not know that.
The craziest part was he delivered on
I'm not 80 years old, so of course, how am I going to know that?
The hype. In LSU, he averaged 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 4.8 assists as a freshman each and every game. Those are video game numbers, but here's the first red flag that everybody ignored. He only attempted 3 3-pointers the entire season. Not 3 per game, but 3 the entire season. But you could
3 as a point guard, chat.
Not
Is he a point guard or forward?
Ignore his potential. In a game against North Florida on December 2nd, 2015, Simmons dropped 43 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, and 3 blocks. But
all this without shooting 1-3. Gotta be crazy. This dude had 40-something points without shooting a 3 ball. Crazy.
15 of his made field goals were made in the paint. Every single one of them. The craziest part was despite having the #1 recruit in the country, LSU missed the NCAA tournament. They went 19-14 and got bounced in the SEC quarterfinals. But the real drama came when Ben Simmons basically admitted that he stopped going to classes once he secured eligibility. But that's still didn't stop the hype around him. Magic Johnson watched him play against Kentucky and declared that he is the best all-around player since LeBron James. And the NBA was salivating. The LeBron James comparisons were
I mean, based on the stats and the recruitment, yeah, I wouldn't. I would probably do that too.
uncanny. And honestly, they weren't crazy comparisons, even though this one in particular aged horribly.
But I had an epiphany Saturday morning. Hey, LeBron, Ben Simmons is here. We're all good.
So on draft night 2016, it was a no-brainer. The Philadelphia 76ers selected Ben Simmons with the first overall pick. The cool part about this was Brett Brown, the Sixers coach, actually coached Ben's father in Australia and had known Ben Simmons since he was born. It felt like destiny. Simmons would sign his rookie deal worth $26.6 million over 4 years. The city was hyped. The process was finally paying off, and then disaster struck. During the final training camp scrimmage before the regular season, Ben Simmons lands awkwardly and fractures the fifth metatarsal in his right foot, the dreaded Jones fracture.
I'm telling you, bro, broken bones are no joke, Chad. Eyes broken a bone. You know what I'm saying before? It's not a good time.
Initially, they said 3 to 4 months and he'd be back by Christmas, but Christmas came and went and there was no Ben Simmons. In February of 2017, the Sixers dropped the bomb. Simmons was done for the entire season. An entire year of development was gone. Philly fans were crushed, but here's where the story gets good. Ben Simmons' most famous season had to be the 2017 to 2018 season. His debut against the Washington Wizards, 18 points, 10 rebounds, and a loss. 4 games later, he drops his first triple-double, 21 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists against Detroit. He became only the third.
Ben Simmons, he's alright. I mean, Trae Young is way better than this dude, but I mean, personally, Ben Simmons, he's a top 5 guard, probably top 5 when he was actually pretty hot back in the day. But now he's not even top 100. I'm not gonna lie, keep it a straight band, bro. Nobody even thinks of Ben Simmons anymore, bro. Like, he's not good no more. What I want the Hawks to get him? Nah, bro. He can't shoot, gang. Liability.
Third rookie ever to get a triple-double in their first 4 games, joining Oscar Robertson and Art Williams.
I don't know who Art Williams is. I'm gonna keep it bad. I bet you I don't even know who Art Williams is either, bro.
The season was magical. Simmons averaged 15.8 points, 8.2 assists, and 8.1 rebounds, and won Rookie of the Year unanimously.
Like, this stats as a rookie, bro, is phenomenal, gang. 8 assists as a 6'10 forward, 8 rebounds. This is before Jokic was even a thing, bro. Like, this dude was on Hall of Famer status. 15 points, almost a triple-double. Rookie season, gang. This dude was magnifique perfecto, but we ended that boy's career, gang. And he ended his self-career.
Disappointment of Donovan Mitchell. Joel Embiid was dominating and the process had arrived, but remember that 3-point shooting issue from LSU? It followed him. Simmons attempted 0 3-pointers his entire rookie season. An NBA point guard in 2018 taking no threes, but nobody really cared because the future looked bright for the Philadelphia 76ers. The partnership with Embiid looked unstoppable. Embiid even said, "I love playing with him and I'm sure he loves playing with me too." Our relationship continues to grow. They had a plus 9.43 net rating together. Everything was.
And the thing is, he's 6'10" doing all this stuff. 6'10", athletic. He's athletic too, Chad. He's not just some Jokic, bro. He's athletic, Chad. 6'10" doing this. Crazy.
Perfect. And in the playoffs, when the lights were brightest, Ben Simmons performed. He averaged a near triple-double against Miami and became the first rookie since Magic Johnson to record a playoff triple-double. The future was
Really? That's crazy.
Incredibly bright. And from 2019 to 2021, Ben Simmons made 3 straight All-Star teams. He led the league in steals, made all-defense first team twice, and the accolades kept coming, but something was off. Remember those 3 3-point games at LSU? Well, by his 4th NBA season, Simmons only attempted 34 threes in 275 games. That's 0.1 per game. For context, even centers were launching more threes than that. Brett Brown publicly demanded at least 1 3-pointer per game. In December of 2019.
He demanded a 1 3 per game, okay?
Simmons' response was taking 2 threes over the next 33 games. But the craziest stat was, despite shooting jumpers left-handed, Simmons takes 81% of his non-jump shots with his right hand. JJ Redick went on record saying, "I think he's a right-handed person that actually shoots the basketball left-handed," which led to some.
What? Nah, bro. Ben Simmons, bro. What are you doing, bro? This light skin is slow, gang. I know 5 light skins more like no better than you, gang. Drake, and Drake London, gang. Like, come on now.
People to speculate whether or not Ben Simmons has been shooting with his wrong hand his entire life. And this is where things would get really funny for us, because Ben Simmons clearly got into the NBA based off of his God-given talent and athletic frame. All he needed to do was develop a jump shot, and every summer, like clockwork, videos would surface of Ben Simmons draining threes in empty gyms. Fans nicknamed him the Lab All-Star because he would look so freaking
The Lab All-Star. Nah, that's crazy diabolical, bro.
good in these off-season workouts, and this started all the way back in summer of 2017. Ben Simmons posted himself making 9 straight threes. Sixers fans went crazy because this was all Ben Simmons needed to complete his game. The hype was unreal, and subsequently no three-pointers were made. The summer of 2019 was probably the craziest for Ben Simmons' offseason. He would work out with trainer Chris Johnson Hoops. He would practice at my high school alma mater, EULA. We just had this crazy new basketball court created, so a lot of NBA stars were going there to run pickup games in the offseason. And he was consistently shooting the basketball. Even more recently in 2023 and 2024, he was back in the lab with Chris Brickley working on his jump shot. But at this point, people really don't
Like, bro just forgets that he could shoot, bro. PTSD, gang.
buy it anymore. He does
Has to be PTSD at this point, bro. Why is he showing us he could shoot threes but don't shoot it in real games? Bro is just scarred.
it each and every single offseason, and we know what's coming next. He's always the same player. The summer videos surface, fans get excited, the season starts, Simmons refuses to shoot, and it's become so predictable that fans started to say that summer can officially start now that we have a video of Ben Simmons shooting in a gym. Ben Simmons' career officially went to crap during the 2021 Eastern Conference semifinals, and I remember back then making content saying there's something off with Ben Simmons because he's consistently stagnating in his development, and if he consistently stagnates in his development, chances are he's going to regress anytime soon. And in Game 7 against the Atlanta Hawks in the Eastern Conference semifinals, Ben Simmons had his worst series to date, a series that was so bad that it rattled his confidence. Throughout the series here, Ben Simmons was shooting 33.3% from the free throw line. Teams were literally fouling him on purpose like he was Shaquille O'Neal. In games 4 through 7, he attempted a total of 3 shots in the fourth quarter. 3 shots in 4 games in the fourth quarter of playoff games. And the moment that completely altered his career, third quarter, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, Sixers down 88-86. Simmons gets the ball under the basket. He spins around Danilo Gallinari. In front of him is Trae Young, who's practically a foot tinier than him. He has a wide open dunk and he passes it to Matisse Thybulle instead.
Like Trae Young, my glorious king Trae Young just has that aura, bro. He just has that aura. Somebody tries to go for the dunk, they just physically just cannot do it because Trae Young's aura is just too incredible, gang. Trae Young's the best point guard in the NBA history. He has aura, gang.
The entire arena goes silent. Joel Embiid, standing at the top of the key, throws his hands up in complete disbelief. Thybulle gets fouled, makes 1 of 2 free throws, and the Hawks never look back. The final score, 103-96. Simmons' Game 7 stats were disgusting. 5 points on 4 shots. And after the game, his head coach criticized him in a moment that lives in infamy.
And Simmons can still be a point guard for a championship team like the one you guys want to become.
Yeah, David, I don't know that question or the answer to that.
Nah, bro, he took this personally, bro. He took the L personally, bro. As a coach, bro, that is crazy saying this out loud about your own player. This is crazy. Yeah, he was definitely hurt about this loss for sure.
Right now.
Embiid was trying to be diplomatic, but even he threw shade, saying, "I thought the turning point was when he had an open shot and made 1 free throw." For the entire playoffs, Ben Simmons shot 34.2% from the free throw line, the worst in NBA playoff history for anyone with 70+ attempts. This is worse than Will Chamberlain and worse than Shaq.
You shot worse than Will and Shaq? What?
Worst ever. And if this moment showed you how mentally weak Ben Simmons was, what he would do next would destroy the remainder of his career. And I've tried to make a point of this in the past whenever I would make content. The first team that drafts you will forever be the team that is most invested in your development. The moment you leave that team, no team's going to be as focused on developing you as a star. And I guess Ben Simmons didn't really care. He put his Philly house on the market for $3.1 million. Reports emerged that he couldn't coexist with Joel Embiid anymore, and despite having 4 years and $147 million left on his contract, Simmons refused to report to training camp.
Like $147 million just to wake up and play a kid's game, bro. And you refuse not to play because you caused your team to lose the playoffs. That doesn't make any sense, gang.
The Sixers started fining him $360,000 per missed game. By October, he'd been fined $1.4 million just for missing the preseason.
He lost $1 million. $1 million. Do you know what I could do with $1 million? Do you know what I could do with $1 million? Oh my gosh, bro. This dude just taking money for granted.
Then it got even weirder. Simmons would show up to practice in October, but Doc Rivers kicked him out for refusing to participate in drills. He was suspended for conduct detrimental to the team, and then he would try to come up with any excuse in the book to get out of practice. Simmons claimed that mental health issues were preventing him from playing, but he refused to work with team doctors at the same time. By the end of it, Ben Simmons had been fined over $10 million, the most in
You lost $10 million. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I did not know this. You lost $10 million. People would not see $10 million in their lives and you just took it for granted. What is this? What is this?
NBA history. The situation was toxic, and eventually he got his wish. The Sixers sent Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and Andre Drummond to Brooklyn for James Harden. The dream for the Brooklyn Nets was bringing in Ben Simmons so he could neutralize any other offensive superstar that the Nets would have to face in the NBA playoffs, primarily players like Jason Tatum or Giannis Antetokounmpo. But the thing was, Ben Simmons never played a single game in the 2021 to 2022 season. First it was his back, then it was mental health, then it was his back again, and then he got an epidural injection and he still couldn't play. The Nets made the playoffs and got swept by Boston, and reports emerged that Ben Simmons had left the team group chat when teams asked if he'd play. On May 5th, he
What? Nah, this dude Ben Simmons is a S-tier diva, bro.
underwent back surgery. So the very next season, the Nets were optimistic that maybe Ben Simmons could make a difference. And in his debut against New Orleans, he had 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, then got fouled out. In 3 seasons with the Nets,
You fouled out in your first returning game, buddy. What?
Simmons played just 90 games total. His averages plummeted to 6.5 points, 6.2 rebounds, and 6.3 assists. He went from all-star to role player. He was a $40 million per year backup. And the best part, in those 90 games, he still attempted 0 3-pointers. Not a single one. The annual workout videos kept coming though. Every summer, there's Ben Simmons draining threes in an empty gym. Every season, still refusing to shoot. And I guess a few months ago, the writing should have been on the wall, and he should have gotten some sort of reality check, because on February 8th, 2025, the Nets and Simmons agreed to a buyout. He gives back money just to leave, and he cleared waivers. Simmons would then sign with the Clippers on a $1.08 million contract, but he was actually pretty solid in his Clippers debut, 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists against Utah. For a moment, it looked like he might be able to redeem himself. Then the playoffs came, and in 7 games against Denver, Simmons just played 42 total minutes and scored 4 points in 7 games. The Clippers used him as a Nikola Jokic simulator in practice, and that was his value, pretending to be other players so that real players could prepare. Which brings us to where we are now. At 28 years old, Ben Simmons is an unrestricted free agent. And man, I was waiting for this moment ever since he got traded to the Brooklyn Nets, because there's nothing that you could have done to make
He's been waiting for him to be a free agent. Yeah, that's crazy.
guy develop a three-point jump shot. I mean, Ben Simmons with a three-pointer could have easily been a $20 to $30 million a year player. Ben Simmons having a three-pointer would clear up lanes for him easily to use his athleticism to get to the basket, something he succeeded at tremendously. I mean, you literally just have to look at what LeBron James did to prolong his career and replicate the same thing. But the problem was that Ben Simmons just didn't have the work ethic, even if 20 to 30 millions of dollars is on the line. And here's the funny part, he reportedly wants more than the minimum. He's seeking $5 to $8 million from teams with mid-level exceptions. So the Knicks checked in, and the Celtics are reportedly interested. Maybe the Rockets would bite, but the biggest buzz so far is the Miami Heat. On July 5th, 2025, just 6 days into free agency, Ben Simmons posted an Instagram story of him jet skiing in Miami Beach. The timing couldn't have been more obvious. Here's a guy who's been trying to rehab his image for years, and he's literally vacationing in the exact city where the team known for culture and player development plays. The Heat are reportedly interested in a prove-it deal at a modest salary, which makes perfect sense because historically the Heat have a good track record with players like this. This is the same organization that turned Hassan Whiteside from a G League washout into a max contract player. Derrick Jones Jr.
G League washout is crazy.
Turned into a legitimate starter. Tyler Hero went from bench scorer to all-star under Eric Spoelstra. Hell, they even made Dion Waiters look like a fringe all-star once upon a time. I actually really like this fit. The Miami Heat culture is exactly what Ben Simmons needs. Pat Riley doesn't tolerate nonsense. Remember when he told Dwayne Wade to take less money or leave? This is the same franchise that convinced D Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh to take $15 million less each so they could build one of the most terrifying big threes in NBA history. Why won't LeBron James take a pay cut now? Okay, no, I'm not going to go off on that tangent right now. Miami has enough scoring with Tyler Hero and Norman Powell. They need what Ben Simmons theoretically provides: playmaking, defense, and rebounding. In a system where he doesn't have to be the guy, maybe Ben Simmons can actually succeed. The fit makes sense on paper.
I mean, it kind of does fit because they already got 2 legitimate scorers, 3 maybe, bam. But he's been falling off lately. But yeah, all he had to do is really just play defense and score and rebound. Yeah, that's all it. Right.
Ben Simmons running point with Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Tyler Hero, and Bam Adebayo flanking him. Hero, Powell, and Wiggins can space the floor. But here's the question: will we get the guy that put up 16, 8, and 8 as an all-star, or the guy who scored 4 points in 7 playoff games? The Miami Heat do have a mid-level exception available, and they do have a history of taking flyers on broken players. If Simmons is serious about rehabbing his career, then in my opinion, Miami might be his best shot. But if he's just looking for another check while putting in minimal effort while enjoying partying on South Beach, Pat Riley will ship him out faster than you can say culture. But here's the reality: teams are offering backup roles and situational minutes to a 3-time all-star who's not even 30 yet. Ben Simmons is supposed to be in his prime right now, and it's truly sad. He's a 6'10" point guard who can defend all 5 possessions, grab 10 rebounds, and drop 10 assists on any night. In the 1980s or 90s, Ben Simmons is probably a Hall of Famer. But this is 2025. Point guards need to shoot. Spacing matters, and when the lights are brightest, you can't be afraid of going to the 3-point line, especially if your bread and butter is getting to the basket. It's just
Exactly. Because if you can't shoot the 3 ball in the league, bro, you might as well just call it a wraps, buddy. Your defense is gonna have to be like S tier defense, Hall of Fame defense for you to be in the NBA.
really sad. He went from the #1 overall pick to a veteran minimum right after his rookie max contract expired. He went from the next LeBron James to a player that was simulating Nikola Jokic in practices. The rise and fall of Ben Simmons isn't just a basketball story, it's a tragedy about what happens when supreme talent meets supreme stubbornness. Every summer we'll see the workout videos. Every season we'll wonder what if. And somewhere Joel Embiid is still throwing his hands up wondering why his point guard couldn't dunk on Trae Young. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below.
Bro.
If you want to know another story,
because of the aura, okay? It's just because of the aura, man. Let me know what y'all think about this take, man. I think Ben Simmons is not even good anymore, bro. He's pretty much washed. Trae Young ended his career, man. Glorious King ended his career, man. Just like them, and if it was ever, man, love your boys and girls. See y'all next video, man. Peace.